Well, in terms of, I think I always find with like the most difficult parts of the artistic process, it's what makes them sometimes even more difficult is because we all know that feeling when something comes to us that we didn't actually work to think of and or we didn't realize we were doing the work to think of it. That inspiration is always such a rush and exciting. And so in a sense, we're all kind of chasing those moments when we actually sit down. And of course we have them when we're, you know, we're wandering around. Suddenly you have, oh, I should do this. And then you sit down in front of the work itself and then you feel intimidated and it's suddenly you're not sure if it's a good idea or whatever. And I just find, and I don't always follow this, but I do find that it's trying to be appreciate that as much of this process of what we all do is, you know, it is so much of it um is just showing up and pushing forward even on the days that don't feel good. It doesn't mean that walking away from it's not can't be valuable. It can be, because that's actually, I think sometimes, you know, I'll spend all day in front of the computer trying to write and feel like I got nothing done, and then you know, lying in bed right before I fall asleep, I have an idea that I didn't, you know, that I somehow, whatever it was, you know, 6 hours of of my brain hurting didn't create at that time, but it comes to me later. And so I think it's just being open to that and knowing that we're doing the work all the time too, and it's not just when you think you're doing it, and trying to be open to those things, don't not closing down to them, you know, just when you're, you know, away from it.